Welcome back. The Brilla public charter schools are educating and nurturing students from kindergarten to 8th grade, fostering their intellectual, social, and physical development while instilling strong character and a sense of purpose. Joining us are the school's network executive director and CEO, Yeime Valle, and also chief operations and community officer, Reyes Claudio. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Opportunity to talk a little bit about this great school, and so for somebody who doesn't know, walk us through a little bit about your educational institution.
Sure, I'll start with the name and pass it over then to our executive director. Brilla means shine in Spanish, and at Brilla we believe that all students can shine, and we shine a light not just on our students, but the families that we serve, the communities that we serve, really bridging the gap of educational needs in underserved communities.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, at Brilla, we are, I'm really glad that you mentioned how we aim to educate the student intellectually, socially, and physically, because we believe our ethos is that education is not only about academic results. Academic results are very important, of course, but we want to make sure that we foster an environment in which we are helping good people grow in an environment in which they can understand that it's not only what's value or what's seen in the outside, but education have to do with the way that they act, that they behave, and the way that they interact with society.
And so at the school, you have a character education program, right?
Yes, we do.
And that's pretty unique in some senses, right? So what happens with this program and how are students impacted?
Well, the way that the program works is that it's not something separate, right? There are ways in which we teach character education implicitly, right? So we have a character block. Our approach is based on core virtues, and we have the main virtues, and we have like some other ones that we have developed, but also in ways that it's implicit, right? So we do things like the virtue of the week, in which our students learn about what it means to be to have courage, what it means to be a wise person. Our teachers pick every week a student that is an example of these virtues. We educate our parents because we ask our parents, so how you think your child is doing, how your child is doing at home. Actually, the parents are the ones that let us know if they are showing these virtues at home. So it's just part of who we are. It's part of the fabrics of the school. And our students get to experience it. You see it all over our buildings. You see all our virtues and everywhere. Right. You go to our buildings and you see it. So it's just like part of who we are. And that's what we want our students to take away from their experience at Brilla.
And Reyes, you talk a little bit about having parents be a part of that fabric, right?
Yes.
Because that's a key component. You got the student there, but you also have to have parents and parent engagement. We know a lot of schools suffer when it comes to the issue of parent engagement. How have you been able to tackle that and be successful at it?
Absolutely. Well, at Brilla, we believe that parents are the first educators of their children. There is no way that what we do during the day will happen successfully if we do not partner with parents and give them their right, parents and guardians, to be able to educate their children and be partners with us in stewarding the growth and development of their children. And so we do that by having Parent University, where we invite parents to have workshops and learn, like, what is this new math that your child is learning? But also coffee and conversations when our principal and director of operations have families come in for cafecito in the morning to just learn about what's happening in this upcoming month. So literally having our doors open for families and inviting them to be part of their child's academic growth.
Yeah. And when we talk about enrollment, what's that like? I mean, obviously somebody might be watching right now saying, this might be the place I want to have my child. So
Absolutely. So Brilla is a free public charter school, and so the only requirement is an application, and we host a lottery every year. The deadline to apply for the upcoming school year is April 1st, 2024. But we are also accepting applications live now. So we have a wait list and some available seats. So if anyone is interested, they can go to our website at brillaschools.org. We have 7 campuses across the Bronx, 6 campuses in the Bronx and 1 in New Jersey, and we have available seats.
For yourself, looking at students right now and seeing how they're reacting to, coming out of this pandemic, academics have been a challenge for some. What are you seeing behind closed doors amongst the students? Because there's a certain amount of resilience that they're demonstrating. And also, I believe, for a lot, a capacity to really want to get this.
Yes, absolutely. I don't have to tell you, like all educational institutions, we're going through the same thing right now. Trying to catch the children, right? Like catch them up, not only academically, but also social skills, right? Mm-hmm. That's something that that's why our character program is so important to us. Some of our priorities are, obviously we have targets, like other schools have targets, but our priorities are, for example, like love center our community. We want to make sure that the students that are at Brilla stay at Brilla, mm-hmm. That we bring more people into our community, because they have an experience of love in our community. And empowerment is our standard, right? And what does that mean? That we want to make sure that every member of our community, our teachers, our parents, our students, feels that they're learning, that they're getting something out of their experience at Brilla. It's not only the teachers are being professional developed, are helped and equipped to be able to serve our children, our communities. Our children feel they have specific targets that they feel proud mm-hmm. of accomplishing, and our families feel that that's the right school for them, the right environment. And lastly, it's wisdom accelerated. We know that because of the pandemic, growing a year, it's not enough. Mm-hmm. If a child is behind 2 years in schooling, by the time they get to 8th grade, or the time they get to high school, they might be at a 6th grade reading level. And the ability to read it's a matter of justice. And we need to make sure that our entire community is centered around that. So these are our priorities, to make sure that we bring our families along, that we bring our kids along, and they have goals for themselves. Mm. And we want to accelerate their learning. To be able to learn, they need to be able to read, and we want to make sure that that's what happens when they are Brilla.
What's available for a parent that maybe I don't have that educational background the way that I should, right? But I want to encourage my child to be the best that they can be. I might be struggling in that area. Do you offer any kind of support or services that can help in that area?
Absolutely. So like I said earlier, with Parent University, we offer resources to families so that they can support their students. In addition to, I would say particularly in our 8th grade, with our 8th grade scholars, and in our middle school, we have a robust high school placement program. So that's something unique to our schools. Part of our mission is not just what happens at Brilla, but beyond. So ensuring that our students get into the best high schools to prepare them for college.
So for people who want more information, what are they doing in terms of, like we said, that you have until April to get in, right? If
yes.
You want for the, and then there's a lottery.
Yep.
And then after the lottery, then you get picked. That's what happens, right?
Yes.
And you want to make sure you got to be in it to win it, though. So make sure you get in it. What's it been like, though? I mean, with students in the enrollment, you've seen enrollment at capacity lately. There is
definitely a decline in enrollment. Families are moving out of the Bronx. It's pretty expensive. There's choice, which we think that is amazing, right? Our families should decide where the children should be. But at Brilla, we know that we have something special, right. Not only for the kids, but for the families and for the communities. So we're here. That's why we're here.
That's right.
Please come to Brilla.
That's it.
This is the school, the best school in the Bronx.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. All right, well, we want to thank you both for coming, ladies. Stay with us. All right, listen, I want you to know, if you want more information, visit the website at brillaschools.org. Follow them on social media at Brilla Public Charter Schools, and we encourage you also, don't go anywhere. We got more open coming up right after this.